Okay, here we have the graveyard. Not in use anymore. It's a National Heritage Site. I think the latest grave here is 1986. Graveyard's always an interesting walk to go through. You can walk in the graveyard during the day. They close the gates at 4. But this was set out in 1857. Yards were given to the Roman Catholic Church, the Dutch Reformed Church, the Anglican Church. And then 7 years later, in 1865, a piece of land was given to the Lutheran mission, the German church. Now you'll see, if you look across the graveyard, there's walls, and then on the other side of the walls, there's graveyards as well, or graves. Those are the German graves. Now, it's not a thing like the Wall of Berlin and now the Wall of Mossel Bay. It's nothing like that. In this area, one of the main gutters that carried the waste to the ocean, one of them ran down here, and it ended up in the ocean. The name we have for that hole where it ran out was Whale Hole. There was a whaling station nearby as well. So this area, it really stank a lot. So much so that people didn't want to build their houses here. That's why the graveyard is here. And because it stank so much, it was in a horrible state as well. It was bushes and shrubs. It was very unneat. And the Germans, they didn't like it. They wanted their place to be kept neat, so they just built the walls. They didn't want to be associated with the dirty graveyard. They wanted their piece to be kept neat. That's why the walls are there. Something else, just interest sakes, with the graveyards. Sometimes we'll see, especially in South African graveyards, you'll see a couple of graves that has this iron fencing around them, the high iron fencing, not the low ones. Usually those are people that committed suicide or something very a heinous act during their lifetimes, like a molestation, for example, or something like that. The reasoning behind it is, in superstition, iron and salt is your pure elements. So once that body is in the ground, they put the iron fencing around it to keep the evil spirit inside. That's the way it works. Also, something you'll see regularly in graveyards is we've got 5 tombstones right here. It's obviously a family. But when we see the chess pieces, we call that the king, the queen, and the pawns. When we see the chess pieces also, most of the time, that will be when a family dies together, either in a car accident or like the Spanish flu or something. Then they'll do the chess pieces. That's just something to look out for. The grave of Louise Delbridge is right there in the middle. It's a little white cross of a flat pyramid. Her little brother is in front of her as well. He was 7 months old and he died from a sickness. The Matfields are also in the cemetery, but not William Matfield, not the murderer. He was buried outside of town. Nobody knows where his grave is, but the rest of the family is still in here. We'll be going up to the point now and explore the cave and the lighthouse and the old water resort.